Hello, my brothers and sisters. Welcome. Today we are going to be reading from Psalm 62, verse 2. God alone is the mighty rock that keeps me safe and the fortress where I am secure. I'm going to read that again. It's important so much in this psalm that he again repeats it on verse 6. God alone is the mighty rock that keeps me safe and the fortress where I am secure. So no matter what we think where our foundation is, it's always going to be within the Lord. Whether we're angry at him and we tell him to go away or we curse his name, he is still going to be standing right there by our side. And he is carrying us when we are weak. Today we're going to thank the Lord by honoring him in our practice and go through some foundations of a Chaturanga, thinking of how he is our foundation on the mat and off of it. So if you don't have a strap, yoga strap, I recommend you to get a tie or maybe a belt, something where you can hold on and pull on it, I guess. Or for Chaturanga, a lot of times I see students trying to create a pose and not be in it. So go ahead, sit up. If this isn't not comfortable, you can go ahead and sit up on a chair. We're just going to take the strap or tie, in this case, and our arms about shoulder width apart. And from here, notice your biceps, the creases too of your elbows. Are they face up? Are they towards each other? This is internal rotation when they come towards each other. External rotation, you want to peel them away from each other. That's what we're looking when we do Chaturanga. You're going to want to peel the biceps up and towards the facing of the hands. So imagine that my hands are on the mat, like they would be in a Chaturanga. And then you're going to slowly go down, arms into the side body. You're never going to go beyond the torso, just stay at the alongside of it. If you go beyond, you can hurt your shoulder by putting weight onto that area. So you're only going to go as much as you can on the side body to pull in. Again, inhale now, reaching up, exhale, pulling down, moving with your breath. And it isn't just a flailing arms up or down. We're doing it with integrity. So up, you're thinking again, the biceps are coming up. You're going to the external rotation in the shoulders. And then the chest, kind of notice too, if you're pushing forward and the shoulder blades are protracting, coming away from each other, get them to retract, kind of push them down your back, broaden through the collarbones. Once you get that, keep going. Exhale down, arms into the side body. Collarbones are still nice and broad here. Notice if you feel like you're rounding through the shoulders, open them up. And let's move with our breath. This might feel simple, and that's good, but there's a reason why we're doing all these repetitions. It's so that you create that muscle memory, so that when you go onto your hands and you have that extra weight, you're not suffering through the poses and coming out of this nice alignment that we have just created. You can, again, stay up here doing it, or if you wanted to pay attention and go to your back, it just gives you a different perspective on things. So if you do your back, you're gonna come hands again, you can imagine it's on the floor. Think of the shoulder going into the external rotation. So you're peeling the biceps up and towards, again, the fingertips. And then start to bend it down. Now this, you can't ever go beyond the floor, but you can start to push up in the chest. So with your exhale, engage that core, trying to keep the low back pretty much on the mat. And the arms come down. Again, you're not trying to round. Shoulder blades are staying on the mat. And the exhale, push. Moving with your breath. Feeling strength in this foundation that we are creating. Again, anytime I think of the foundation, I think of honoring God, because He has given us such a great one. So honor Him today by not overdoing it and staying within your limits, honoring your body, your temple that He has created for you. All right. And then when you're ready, you can slowly rise up if you're lying down. And we're going to come on to tabletop. So for tabletop, all I want you to do here is get the shoulders under or on top of the wrist, knees underneath the hips. Nice straight back, and then just notice with your shoulders, that retraction I was kind of talking about, that you want to find this balance. This is protraction when your shoulders are going away from each other, your shoulder blades, if you can see it. And retraction, your shoulder blades are coming together. So you want that opposition, because when you're going down, they naturally try to come together, but you're going to be pulling them apart. So you don't want to go extreme one way or the other. You want to feel it and try to create that balance again. So go ahead, go into that retraction, and then push with exhale, protraction, pushing away. Inhale, retraction, shoulder blades are coming together. Exhale, protraction. When you're doing this, notice sometimes that your arms again want to move. Keep them at that external rotation, the biceps facing the fingertips. Inhale, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, they push. And a lot of times too, I notice students doing it with their head or maybe their belly. Keep everything still, engage the core, and just do it with the shoulders. Once you get your shoulder blades moving, we're going to go ahead and go into the modified plank. For modified plank, it's up to you if you want your knees lifted or like I'm laying, your feet lifted, knees bent, or the feet on the ground. Either way, you're going to engage that core, trying to create a nice line in that back area. And then slowly, kind of like before we even start going down, notice if you're rounding through the back, put the shoulder blades up, around, and down. Think of the biceps coming forward right away. That's when you know your arms are in a good position, your shoulders are in a good position. And then slowly start to come down, only halfway. Again, my arms aren't going beyond my back. You're only going to where they meet the back. Once you got that, hold it. And then inhale, push back up. Exhale down, only halfway. Inhale up. Exhale down. Engage that core. Inhale up. And notice if you like to bob your head with it. Try to keep it as an extension of your neck or your back. Arms into the side body. Inhale, push up. I'm going to do about 3 more with your breath. And on the last one, exhale, halfway down. This time, we're going to notice my arms are staying into the side body. We're just going to shift up into the cobra. Engage the core so you're not holding in that low back. Once you get it as far as you can, you're going to push away from the mat. And then exhale, we're going back into child's pose. Feel a nice stretch. This is always a good modification for downward dog. If you want, you can do downward dog otherwise. Next inhale, you're going to lift on up for that modified plank. Or if you wanted to try the full thing, you can go into a plank. When you're ready, notice again if your biceps want to come towards each other, peel them away. That opens up your shoulders, the collarbones, sends the shoulder blades on his back. First thing, think about, where are my biceps? Hopefully they're pointing towards the fingers. Engage the core. Exhale. This time if your knees are lifted, your heels are pushing back while the toes are starting to come forward so that you go into this 90-degree position. Now, if you're not able to do this, it's okay to go back to your knees. If you have a block, a nice way to check it sometimes is just seeing what distance. I think that might be a good spot right here. You can put that in front of your fingers and then go into it. Inhale, exhale down. You don't ever want to go beyond that. Inhale up. And then exhale, downwards dog. Good. We're going to repeat that. So whether you are in the plank or modified plank, go ahead, exhale down. Inhale, come up. Chest stays nice and open, pushing away. Exhale, either downward dog or child's pose. Stay here for a breath. Go ahead with your next inhale, come on up to the plank or modified plank. We're gonna do one more of these. Exhale, halfway down. Arms into the side body. Don't put your head down, neutral. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, either child's pose or downward dog. Again, honoring yourself. Paying attention if your shoulders are hurting, if it's more of a soreness, or if it's like a pinching sensation. Because when you bear weight on those shoulders, especially if you don't have that nice range of motion in the shoulders, you're gonna get impingement. So please honor yourself for these foundation poses, and you'll have a great practice and able to build upon it. Thank you for joining me, and I'd like to read and close one more time with Psalm 62 verse 2. God alone is the mighty rock that keeps me safe, and the fortress where I am secure. So just know He is always there for you, good times and bad, sickness and unhealth. He is your rock. He is your salvation. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.